Good morning, my name is Uge Tehili Eric. Welcome to our first HTML tutorial. Today we'll be giving an introduction on HTML. And first of all, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the most widely used language to write web pages. Hypertext refers to the way in which web pages as HTML documents are linked together. The link available on a website or web page are called hypertext. As its name suggests, HTML is a markup language, which means you use HTML to simply mark up a document with tags that tell a web browser how to structure it to display. Originally, HTML was developed with the intent of defining the structure of documents like headings, paragraph, lists, and so forth to facilitate sharing of scientific information between researchers. Now, HTML is being widely used to format web pages with the help of different tags available there. Now, talk about this hypertext. Hypertext, when you go to a website, those pages you click, I know there's also a link on the website where you click. Those links are called what? Hypertext. They navigate you from one page to another. While the markup language are they are the contents that are being what that will use tags to display them. Without those tags, those contents will not display the way you want them to display. So now let's just go through a little example of it. Now, when you want to start you want to start to design HTML, you need first of all you don't need so many things on your computer. What you just need just an editor and a web browser to display it. Because when you go on the internet to browse, probably you don't use your Microsoft Word, you use what? The web browser. And the web browser is the web browsers are the Firefox, the Opera Mini, the Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and so on and so forth. And then your notepad is where you edit your design. And now we have we have different editors. We have the Notepad, we have the Dreamweaver, the Notepad++. We have so many of the editors. But today, I would advise beginners to use the Notepad, so that you will become used to the design. Now, here we have this example of the HTML code. And here we have, first of all, what we have first is the doc type. HTML is defining the document type. This is what we call tags. This is what? Tags. We have the first tag, which is doc type. So you know that the document type is what? HTML. Then secondly, if we look at the second one, we have the HTML. Now, if you look at the HTML, I told you before that these tags has both opening and closing. We have the HTML opening here, and we have the last one here, HTML closing. Now, every other design you find on the web content now, or on the website or on the web page, is embedded in the HTML opening and closing. And the HTML opening and closing, if you don't put the closing tag, the truth is some browsers or some computers might run it, but some might not run it. And the reason being that when you load this program on the internet, probably it might just stop working. Yes, most times when you go to some pages, you see error and all that. So secondly, we have the head tag. We have both the opening and the closing, and we have the title in the head tag. So now this title is telling us about what? It defines the document type. Like when you go to a website, when you see on the tab there, you see something like home, contact us, and all that. This is what called a title of a document. And then here we have the body, both opening and the closing. And this body now is where every of your web content is found in your body. And in the body we have the head, which is H1, is called the heading. You have the opening and the closing. We have P, and P, which is called paragraph. Now, what is this tag? This tag is it's a container. We have the opening and the closing. Just like when you have a plate that has cover. It's not all plates that have cover, and so we also have tags that we call them empty tag that does not have closing. But tags that have closing, the difference between the opening and the closing of the tag is just the forward slash. When you look at the HTML here, you see the HTML and see the closing has the forward tag, and we have the head. So this is how these things work. So now when you want to start your first HTML design, what you have to do after you have written it like this, what you do is you save it. You go to your file, you click on what? Save. And once you click save, you type in your document name. Let's say I say sample 1. Now the extension of a file is going to be .html. If you don't put .html, it will not work. Either HTML or HTML, but I also prefer using HTML. Now the encoding, now you use what? UTF-8 as the encoding. Now let's say where I'm saving my own in the desktop, and then I save it like this. As I save it, when I go to my web browser, you are going to see, look at it, the sample 1. Then you refresh it. Once you open it like this, you see this is heading. Look at just the H1 shows what? It shows it in bold, and my web content is a paragraph. You type as much as what your web content as much as you want. So let's go back to the code again, and you see how it works. This, I told you before, this is the HTML. This is a doc type. It's telling us about the document is what? It's HTML document, and we have the HTML opening and a closing tag that tells us what that our work, this content is in HTML, in HTML, as in HTML tag. And now here we have the title. With the title is embedded in the head. Sorry, there's a mistake. Okay. Yeah. So they have the title here, and this is document. So when you go back to the web browser, if you see here, you will see it is written, this is document title. So that is what the title is. And going back again, you will see that it is the head. The title now is embedded in the head, and we have the body H1. This is the heading, and we have P, my web content, which is what? This P means what? Paragraph. And then everything is found in the body. Everything that's going to be displayed on the web browser, on the web page, is found in the body. And that is all for that. Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.